Hello, thanks for watching our video. It's just a quick demonstration on how to set up all the tools you need in order to use Doctopus and Goobric to make grading your essays a little bit easier and a little bit faster, which as English teachers we all need. So what I've done is I've made sure that I've signed into my Newport News Google account. You do that by clicking on the little person at the top corner, or if you're not logged in yet, it'll be a little silhouette right up here. Okay, see my name. Okay, so after we've logged in, we've just opened up a new spreadsheet in Google Sheets. You can get to that by going to your drive, clicking New, and clicking Sheets. It's one way to get to it. Now that we're in Sheets, what we're going to do is we're going to start by getting the Doctopus add-on for our sheet. So right at the top here, you'll see add-ons. Click on that. Before you put it in, there'll be nothing here except get add-ons. You see I already have Doctopus because I've already installed it, but I'll show you how to do it. So click on get add-ons, and this little screen will pop up. So you can scroll through and see all the different ones. Notice that Doctopus is right there. This green check means that I already have it. But if you want to look for it quickly, you can go up here, you can type it in. As long as you don't spell Doctopus wrong like I almost did. And then you can click the free thing. It'll say free, meaning you don't have to pay for it, and it'll add it on and everything. After you're done with that, you'll find the extension or the add-on when you click on it, and it'll say Doctopus. To start it, all you have to do is click launch, and you'll be ready to go. It does take a moment to load, especially the first time you do it on your computer, or if you're not connected to an actual Ethernet cord. If you're just doing it through Wi-Fi, sometimes it does take a little bit longer to get started. So in order to use this the most effectively, you're going to need an extension for your computer. Like I'm using Screencastify right now, which is a extension. You'll need an extension as well. Not Screencastify though. This box right here just says this application was created by another user, not Google. It's just a little like box. You can click dismiss. You don't need it. So now what you'll do is we're just going to pause for a second, and we're going to go and add on this extension. So what we want to do is just open a new tab at the top, and in the top left-hand corner, you'll see this little rainbow waffle, and it says apps. We want to click on that, and it's going to pull up this screen. See, you can get to your docs and your sheets and everything from here like you normally do in Drive. It's just like a quick little access point. But where we want to go right now is the web store. Don't worry, I'm not making you spend money. So the extension we want to look for has a funny name. It's called Goobric. Okay? So we're going to search for Goobric. You'll see a couple different things, okay? This one is Goobric Web App Launcher. That's the one we're going to get. There is Goobric for students. It's not needed. It's just something to add on if you want to really dive into making the rubric interactive for your students. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this extension to Chrome. We're going to click Add Extension. Okay, it'll have little prompting boxes come up. When it's done, you'll get this box that says the web app launcher has been added to Chrome. And you'll see its little icon up here. Don't judge me for having Pinterest up there, please. It's needed. So after that, you're ready to go. So you can close out of that box and go back here. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to just take you through the steps on how to use this, okay? So it says I want to use Doctopus 2, and we're going to click here. What we want to do is we want to ingest a Google Classroom assignment. So let me just clarify this so it's very clear. In order to use this to grade your essays, the students must do it through an assignment in Google Classroom. If you're unfamiliar with Google Classroom or assigning an assignment, you can just shoot me or Laura an email. We'll help you out with it. You can ask the ITC in your school. It's really, really easy. And it makes it so that, because once the students turn it, you can change the settings. So once a student turns it in, it's done. Or if a student comes to you, like I've had it happen a couple times to me, they come to you and they're like, oh my God, Ms. Gibson, I totally thought that I finished my essay, but I forgot to like go back and revise it really quick. Could I just go back and revise it really quick? You can allow them to do that. You can also pull up revision history. Google Classroom is great, especially when you use it with the Google Suite, like Docs and Excel. Anyways, what we want to do is we want to ingest a Google Classroom assignment. So we're going to click there, and it's going to take a second to load because I'm not connected to an Ethernet cord. I'm just using the Wi-Fi in my house. And what we want to do is we're going to select a class. So these are all the classrooms that I have in Google Classroom right now that are active. So my archived classes aren't here. Anything that I'm not currently editing is not here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on one of my classes. I'll do my third core from last year. Now that I have this class selected, you can only do one class at a time. What you're going to do is you're going to go to Select Assignment. You'll see all my assignments in here that I've given them throughout the year. So what we want to do is I'm just going to go to their last Common Assessment they did, Common Assessment 5. This was an essay they did. You can use this for other different types of assignments if you want to attach a rubric to, like if you have a project you want them to do virtually, you can use it too. And you can just change the different rubric you have, because the great thing about the extension you added, Goobric, was that you can either use the Newport News rubric, or you can use one that you upload yourself, which makes it very user-friendly, very interactive. You can adopt it to fit your own needs. All right, so when it finishes pulling, because it's like an octopus, octopuses have multiple legs, it's going to go into Google Doc, take all its little tentacles, and pull out all the assignments. So what you can do is you have an option now that it has all of them in its possession. It's found 15 essays that have been turned in for this assignment and 13 that haven't been turned in yet. If a student forgets to click the turn in button, but they finish their essay, it will show up as they haven't turned it in yet. If you have students who have been dropped from your class or they moved, sometimes they can still show up on your Google Classroom rosters. Unless you go in and manually delete them, they'll show up in this count too. So you have an option here. You can either pull all of them. You can say the due date was firm. If you didn't turn it in, I'm grading you based off what you have. And so you can click ingest assignment and take everybody's essays. If you want the ones that have only been turned in, you would click this box right here. There is an option, if you do click this box, for it to update and to pull the students' assignments in when they do click the turn in button. If you do that, you're not interested in me. I ingest all my assignments because if a student is using Google Docs like they're supposed to for this assignment, which is what you would use through Google Classroom, anytime they go in and add on to their essay, it's going to automatically show up in this document as well, because the document, you'll see in a second, you use it by using hyperlinks. So it's going to hyperlink to their actual essay. So what's happening right now is our little octopus and his little tentacles pulled in all of my students' assignments, okay? What I'm going to do, just for privacy, I'm just going to go ahead and delete this column. I don't recommend deleting anybody's columns. I'm just doing it to hide students' last names for privacy reasons. So over here, you'll see that this was that this application was created. That little dialog box again. We're just going to hit dismiss, and now we're here. Okay. Oops. Let me get rid of that box. That's annoying. So over here, you'll see attach a Goobric. Okay. Why does that box keep popping up? You'll see attach Goobric. Now we're going to attach the Goobric, because over here you see all the assignments that have been pulled in, right? So if you didn't want to attach a rubric, you could easily just go in and put all of the grades in, which is great. So I'm going to stop here for a second, and then I'll do a second video to show you how to attach the Goobric. Okay? Thank you.